Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Donna and this is Splash. He's half English Budgie and half regular size Budgie. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my English Budgies. Did you know that the English Budgies have a shorter lifespan than the regular size Budgies? It's just because they're bigger, they're bred bigger. And English Budgies usually have heart issues. You know, their heart is bigger. I guess they're bigger birds and they have heart issues. So I had to bring 3 of my English Budgies to the avian vet because they all had some issues. And I want to share with you what the vet said about them and, you know, what's the outcome for my Budgies. So the Budgies that I brought were Ocean. He's my gray English Budgie. He's a Spangle Budgie. And then I brought Benny. Benny's an olive green English Budgie. And then I brought River. He's a light blue or turquoise English Spangle Budgie. So what I noticed with Ocean, he all of a sudden his wings started to droop. They were drooping down, and he just didn't look right. He looked, you know, funny. Obviously, drooping wings is not a good sign. So I did have to pick him up and have a look at him, and I found a very large mass on his abdomen. It was pretty large, and I assume he couldn't breathe properly because that's, you know, pushing down on his organs or his air sacs, and he couldn't really breathe. So he had a little bit of a tail bob as well. So Benny had a slight tail bob, but he's always kind of had the tail bob. Even when I first got him, he'd been to the vet, did all these tests, and we figured out he's got a bad heart. And but he's been living, you know, ever since. And so I wanted to bring him along as well. And so Benny and Ocean, they're best friends. They're always together and they're always hanging out with each other. So I always, you know, have them together. If they're ill, they'll always be together because they don't like to be apart from each other. And then I noticed on River, River's cere started to turn brown. And River's a male. It was always blue. And it started to turn brown. So what I've learned over the years and read, that when a male Budgie's cere turns brown, it could be either a tumor in the testicular area, or it could be just a hormone imbalance where they actually take the role of like a female. And so what would happen is one of my Budgies, Jack, the little blue Budgie, he was always after River and trying to mate River, like River was a female. So I assumed that he has a tumor and is making his hormones all change, and Jack got all excited and tried to mate with River. So in the process, he started ripping his feathers because River was getting annoyed with him, but he started ripping his feathers up. So River's feathers look all messed up, and especially his flight feathers on his left wing. So I decided to take all 3 of them to the vet because I like to, you know, find out if I can treat them. Is there anything I can do? Anything to make them more comfortable? Or whatever. I don't like my birds to suffer, so I take them to the vet. And you just did a poo-poo on my hand. Let me go clean that up. So anyways, I'm going to show you what the vet has to say. She's going to examine each bird. And yeah, so listen to it. It's very, you know, informative. You can learn from this and what to expect from the vet and about English Budgies. So here we go. But you can see how it's brown, hey?
Yeah, sometimes it's within normal range of them getting older, but if they're mating with him, he's breathing pretty fast too. Have you noticed any breathing problems at home?
Not with him, but he's
puffing and puffing really fast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to hold him too long. Okay?
Maybe he's scared?
Well, they're all scared when they come in. He's a bit more than usual. He's got a bit of a bump on that right wing.
Oh. Yeah. What is it, a cyst? Or?
It's maybe a cyst. I'm really careful how much I hold him because you can even hear him panting away.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it's a feather follicle cyst. It's what I thought when he was all messy, that he has feather follicle issues, but then you said he's been beaten up, so. Oh boy, you are so messy over here. Look at him. I can't feel a mass in his belly, but if he has got a testicular tumor, it will take up space in his abdomen, and then he'll have problems breathing. And the testicles are really set back, so I don't necessarily feel them when they're enlarged, because they can enlarge this way and put air sac issues this way. And then so I can't feel any enlargement because everything's enlarged behind the keel.
Right.
And he has problems breathing for sure.
Yeah,
that wasn't a long exam. He couldn't handle it. Yeah. So he has breathing issues, potentially linked with the testicular tumor. And he has a lump on his wing, left wing, but I didn't even look at it properly. I don't know if it's a feather follicle cyst or if it's a tumor. Not worth the holding. So I think not only is he getting the B-cell for not getting the food, but also he's not well. Yeah.
Is there anything that can be done with it if he does have a tumor? I guess not, eh?
No, if he has a tumor, no. But like, it would be nice to get x-rays, honestly, daughter, but I am too scared to x-ray him. He's not going to survive it.
No,
English Budgies are anyway a nightmare with breathing and heart problems, as it is.
Yes.
They don't last past 5 years, it seems. This also could be heart problems, I don't know. I can't feel fluid buildup in his abdomen. I can't feel that, so I can't say it's heart failure, because often you'll get ascites, which is fluid buildup with heart failure.
Right.
But there's so many different kinds of heart problems. Sometimes it starts up with fluids in the lungs as well. That's one issue that could be going on, and then the testicular tumor, another issue that's going on. I don't think it's an infection per se, so I don't think antibiotics will help. I think separating him and letting him eat on his own and seeing how he improves. Because it could be a lot of debilitation too, and when they're debilitated, it confuses. It's hard to decipher what's going on when they're debilitated, because so many things get worse when they're debilitated. So maybe if he eats and he's separated, he'll feel better and he'll get stronger. I just see not a candidate that I can do any testing on at all. No. I really don't like holding his English Budgies. The seemingly normal, healthy Budgie will die in my hand when it's an English Budgie.
Well, maybe you can grab him first and you'll see the big lump and see what you think. I don't know if it's just a fatty lump.
Right. Oh, he's got a big mass.
Yeah. You see that? Isn't it huge?
Yeah. It's not the liver.
Is it just fatty or what is it?
No, there is fat. You're right. The yellow is fat, but there is a distinct mass here.
Oh, there is.
There's enlargement here too. Well, that might be a liver lobe. There's maybe a liver lobe here or a kidney, but there's also a separate mass here.
Oh, there is. Oh, wow.
I wonder if I'm feeling the gizzard pushed down because the liver is so big. That might be what I'm feeling. This may be a big liver, feeling the gizzard pushed down. It can also be because of heart disease. Heart disease will cause the liver to enlarge. Yeah. How is he doing?
He sleeps a lot. I seen him eat, but he's not normal. He can't get around. He's just having a really hard time.
So he has a firm mass pushed down, which maybe the gizzard pushed down because the liver is so big. Yeah. And so there's this structure. This is his keel. There's this structure here like this that I can feel, and then a structure about here. So I think this is a gizzard that's pushed down by the liver, and this is the liver that's extended beyond. It should be about here. Right. The liver is big, and it's pushing this gizzard down, and then there's a big lobe of liver down here. I think it's the liver that I'm feeling because the kidney is more set back. Right. And this circle thing, the only thing that could be a circle is the gizzard, the ventricle. So it's got to be the liver is pushing it down. Right. But it's an enlarged liver, whether it's to do with tumor, whether it's to do with heart problems or fatty liver, I don't know. He might have some fluid buildup. Maybe Lasix will help him a little bit, which gets rid of the extra fluid. Right. But there's not a lot of fluid in there. Okay. So it's mostly mass, which means I won't offer him much relief if I give him Lasix. Right. But if you deem him as being okay, you can try him with Lasix. Yeah. But you know better than me how he is, because he's not going to get much better on the Lasix. Right. Well, he perches, he preens with him, eating. He does. I've seen him eating. He's a bit thin. Yeah, just his poop gets stuck to his bum. But I'm washing it every morning now. I mean, he doesn't like it, but I do it. But I do wash it. It's getting stuck because of the lump, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's enlarged. Yeah. And so it pushes the vent, tucks it in under the tail almost, so he poops on his tail almost. Yes, that's what he's doing. And once I clean it, he seems happier. Yeah. It's going to be palliative care no matter what. It really is a matter of how you think, how comfortable he is. Maybe the Lasix might add a little bit of more comfort, but it's not really going to do much. So, if he's not doing much all day, just sitting and just like not as active as he usually is, he definitely is a bit underweight, so he's not eating as much as he usually is. Yeah. Then that's not good quality of life. But if he's still doing the things he usually likes to do and, plodding along, then we can try him with Lasix and see how he does. Yeah, okay. I can try that for a little while, and then I can decide. He's not sitting on the bottom of the cage. Yeah. He sings. Okay. And you can see now he does move around. Yeah.
But I'm sure we can give it a try.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you'll
right?
know over the weekend how he is. If it's not any better kind of by Monday, it's not much of an improvement, then it's not going to really work.
Yeah.
I'll give him kind of a higher dose, 10 drops per ounce.
Okay.
I sort of don't want him to have it though.
Oh, okay.
You want to put it in his mouth instead of?
I could put it in his mouth. Yeah, I got to pick him up anyways to clean his
yeah, so we'll do the
bottom.
oral one instead. Yeah,
So,
the English Budgies have a worse tail bob when they're stressed than the normal Budgies.
Oh, they do.
They do, but this is a bit too much. But when he came in, it was within the normal range-ish.
Yes, it's just getting worse because he's nervous.
Yeah.
And his buddy's over there.
Yes, your buddy is.
He's very active and chirping, and he can fly and everything.
Okay. Bro.
He just can't breathe properly.
He's got nothing wrong with his belly. Oh boy, with the mouth.
Yeah. He's pretty thin though, do you think?
Let me go back.
I can feel his little sharpness.
He's better than those two. He's not as bad as him or his buddy over there.
Oh, is he? Okay,
Yeah,
I thought he was the thin
his
one.
His body condition is okay.
Oh,
he's the
alright.
worst. He's the second kind of thing.
Yes.
But he's the weight of a normal budgie.
Right. Yeah, so basically the vet did say that 5 is like the average age for English Budgies, and that she has seen one that's 8 years old. And to handle an English Budgie, she doesn't really like that because a lot of them just die in her hands. The English Budgies are really prone to having heart issues because they're a bigger bird bred for their size, so they have heart issues. And so let me know if you had an English Budgie to live over 5. I'll put the card up here and you can just go click on that and let me know if you had one that lived past 5. So basically, River is just in a cage by himself. He's getting fed extra. He's getting fed millet because he was underweight. I'm giving him lots of veggie mix and seeds and everything just to fatten him up a bit. He does have that growth on his wing right where the flight feathers grow. And that could be why Jack was pulling at it, because he has a growth there. Or River might have been just pulling at it himself. But I have seen Jack, pulling at him and biting at him. But I don't believe that the flight feathers will grow back. I had a good look at it at home because he's really afraid, at the vet, and he's better with me. So the tumor's right like where the flight feathers come out. So I don't think his feathers are going to grow back in. So I'll just, let him be and take it day by day and see how he does, and then decide what to do, later on. If he's having a problem, a difficult life, then, I'll help him along to the Rainbow Bridge, do what's best for my bird. So, Ocean did seem to get a little bit better. He was with Benny the whole time. He got better like for one day. I kept having to wash his bottom because whenever he went to the washroom, it would just collect under his tail because of the mass. So I always had to clean it. He got really messy. I had to do that every day. And the vet gave me some Lasix for Benny and Ocean because she believed it was their heart. And she said I would know if there was a difference within a few days. And anyways, I did that for a few days. It didn't work. And unfortunately, Ocean did pass away. He passed away 4 days later after he went to the vet, sadly. And now Benny's, by himself. He's not really by himself. I have other budgies, but he was Ocean's best friend. And the good thing about it was that Benny and Ocean were together. When Ocean passed away, Benny was there with him, and he knows he passed away. And sometimes if I have to euthanize my birds, I will bring their partner and let them see, the body so that they know. Because if you just take them away suddenly, they're going to call for them, right? And they're going to be upset. So I think Benny's okay. He sat with him. He was there. I found him. He did pass away when I wasn't there. And Benny was sitting right beside him, sadly, the poor little baby. So I got Ocean cremated. And now Benny, I kept him by himself for a few days. But now I'm going to let him go, with the flock. Because he's fine with the rest of the flock. I'm going to keep River separated probably for another week. I did weigh him today as I make this video. He didn't gain any more weight. But I don't think he's like overly skinny. But I just want to separate him just to see if his feathers get a little bit better without Jack, my pesky Jack, bothering him. So we'll see how he does, and I'm hoping, the two of them will live a little bit longer. English Budgies are nice, but just to know that they don't live a long life. but you can still give them a good life, right? I love English Budgies, and I'm sure I'll probably get some in the future. And you know, you just realize that when they're around 5, they're pretty old, I assume. But hopefully they live longer. But anyways, I hope you learned something from this video. I'll put any links that are relevant to Budgies down below in the description. And we'll see you in the next video very soon. So Splash, do you want to say bye? Yeah, goodbye. I'm going to clean up your poos dripping down my arm. Oh my God. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.